Welcome to White Dark Tarot, where the reader is bubbly, but the readings can get dark. So, I am going to be simplifying these readings for everyone involved, and I'm just going to go straight for the general, and we will see what comes up. Two of Swords, that's the blindfold card. Three of Pentacles, that's about collaboration and planning. Oh. The Hermit, and the fact that my tarot deck jammed up just now tells me that there is something that you are resisting. The Two of Swords being here also says that. Now we have the Five of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Strength. But that came out in the reverse, and that felt like it was meant to come out in the reverse. I usually don't read reversals unless they tell me to keep it that way. Wheel of Fortune. Nope. Ace of Pentacles. Justice. And that's it. The Devil. Okay. Aries. Why? All right. Two of Swords. The Devil feels like it goes with it. Those feel like they go together. Strength in the reverse. The Hermit. And it's about this. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Justice. And then the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles feel like they go together. Who's talking to me right now? No? Okay. Ghoulish Garbs Terror Tarot. I love the artwork of this deck. I want more like horror movie themed tarot decks. Actually, my mother and I, we have a Christmas tradition and Thanksgiving tradition. It's just the two of us of watching horror movies. We do horror movie marathons on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Even though it's just major arcana cards, like this is my favorite deck, low-key. Ah, got it. Okay. I needed clarification as to what part of your life this was for. I mean, apply it as it resonates, but the Lovers. Okay. The Strength card in the reverse, I'll start by explaining that, indicates stubbornness. Because strength in the upright is about strength that comes from the heart. It comes from love backed with integrity. But in the reverse, it talks about ego, stubbornness. Kind of rather than strength, it's more like bravado. Two of Swords with the Devil tells me that there is something in your own energy that you need to address. This tells me that, because the devil is controlling, and obsessive and possessive. And what this says to me is that there's a part of yourself that you are refusing to look at. You call it holding your ground, you call it integrity. The cards say it's ego and stubbornness. This seems to have stemmed from some sort of loss. Five of Pentacles. Loss, abandonment, feeling left out in the cold. And I'm going to be honest because that's the kind of tarot reader that I decided I wanted to be. This feels a lot like it's asking you, were you really the victim? Because the Hermit here is calling for you to turn inward. And the Eight of Swords tells me that you're running out of time for some reason. The Eight of Swords to me is about growing under pressure. It's about timing, too. Because if this butterfly emerges too soon, it won't be finished. If it emerges too late, it will die in that cocoon. You're meant to grow from this pain. Not in a, oh, I'm fine. It's the other person. It's their fault, not mine. Not in a, I feel good kind of way. No, this healing is healing through the suck. This healing is growing through the consequences of your choices, growing through the aftermath of your actions, becoming better for it, learning your lessons, justice. Healing doesn't always have you emerging back into the light with a big smile on your face. Sometimes healing feels like shame. Sometimes healing feels like guilt. Sometimes the first step to healing is realizing that you have a lot of unfucking to do with yourself. But if you don't do that work, the only alternative is that you go through your life lying to yourself and telling yourself that you feel fine and everything's hunky dory while you still go on and on and on the hamster wheel of suck. Because what is the common denominator? You. Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles. The happy news is that Wheel of Fortune is about good luck. It means that the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. And with that comes a fresh new opportunity. Three of Pentacles. It's going to require collaboration, planning. Spring, Neptune, and Raven's Head. Raven's Head, initiation, the ordeal, the work begins. Though alchemy is filled with a myriad of open ended symbols, the Raven's Head has a precise message. It arrives to mark the beginning of the work. This card indicates something has occurred, known or unknown, to initiate the spinning of the alchemical wheel. With its mighty churning, things are about to change on every level. The raven's work cannot be undone, just as the pill cannot be unswallowed or the pearl turned back to sand. You may be overwhelmed or think the journey ahead is not for you. Your doubts matter not to the raven, as its appearance signifies it has chosen you. You are ready, and the moment is now. Can you go back to the way things were? Can you pretend nothing has changed? The raven calls a clear no. It does not apologize, as it knows your destiny is great. Man, I knew that I am so connected with that alchemy deck for whatever reason. Like almost like it finishes my sentences sometimes, but that is spot on. All right, divinity, mysticism, seeking. Neptune is the mystic's planet. Its transcendent energy projects toward the heavens. When the Neptune card appears, the seeker archetype is activated and doorways to new dimensions open. A voice whispers from beyond the earthly plane, perhaps calling you to a pilgrimage or new spiritual practice, or you may experience a meditative bliss beyond your wildest dreams. Divinity has arrived, whether you call it nirvana, samadhi, enlightenment, or just good old serenity. Amidst your spiritual awakening, remember that ultimately the work is not about you. The work is about what's bigger than you. Stay grounded in that reality, and you're likely to avoid Neptune's pitfalls of narcissism and escapism. History shows us examples of spirituality turned madness, so keep your woo woo tendencies in balance with a little selfless service. And have I not been talking about the TikTok tarot readers that make their boobs jiggle a little extra when they shuffle the cards and they tell you, you're amazing, your ex sucks, your ex misses you, and they're miserable without you? Those woo woo people are only there to make money off of the fact that they make you feel good. They are just trying to give you the dopamine hit that your brain is now addicted to because you have used that as a drug to get you through the heartbreak. It's not productive. It's not helping you. It's not teaching you anything. You're not growing through that. You are making yourself feel good. But sometimes you have to sit through the suck and you have to reevaluate yourself. Anyway, finally, spring. And I have a feeling that that is going to be talking about that Ace of Pentacles that I pulled. Blossoming, becoming, the horizon. When spring arrives, our eyes lift from the work and we peer out the window of our laboratory. We realize Earth has been in its own transformational spin, readying itself for a new era of growth. In a state of wonder, the alchemist sets aside the work of winter and opens the door, stepping into spring. When this card arrives, it indicates a blossoming, a coming into one's own. It's generation time. You may be dreaming up a business plan, humming a new melody, or flirting with a special someone. Spring is the season of the East, where the sun rises and lights the world. You do not have to work on anything during this phase. Let the energy of the season push through. You made it through winter, and the bulbs burst on their own. Boom. Mic drop. So, Aries, don't let your ego get in the way of your own growth. Ask yourself, would you rather feel good now in the moment and keep evading what you know and what you feel? How long can you keep running for? Hmm? Because your ego wants your ex to be suffering without you. Your ego wants them to miss you. But you need to be asking yourself, I know this sounds harsh, but am I someone worth missing? Don't mistake self love and self indulgence. Self love eats their veggies, self love takes the bitter pill. No amount of you telling anyone that you're just loving yourself, that you're just taking care of yourself, while you gorge yourself on cakes, will convince anyone that that is indeed what you are doing. There is happiness ahead, but like anything else, you have to earn it. That's the thing about spirituality, is becoming spiritually enlightened and tapping into your gifts and developing your gifts. None of that is going to make life any easier per se. Shit will still happen. Your heart will still get broken, but it will give you the tools to navigate it better. When you master your ego, every pain that you go through is only a chance to further the mastery of self. And running away won't help you master yourself. Running from what you need to do and what you know you need to do to get off the hamster wheel of suck doesn't make you healed. It doesn't make you peaceful. It doesn't make you enlightened. It makes you a coward. So I know how harsh this sounded, but with as stubborn as the energy that I'm tapping into is, maybe this is exactly what it takes. Know yourself, look at yourself, and heal. That is how you get off the hamster wheel of suck. Because if you don't take every opportunity that you can to grow, to become better, and you stick with your default response to run, avoid, hide, self indulge, no matter who you meet, no matter how many opportunities you get in the rest of your life, you will not be able to hold them. Because spirit does not drop miracles in your lap, it drops opportunities. And it is up to us to rise to meet them. That's the thing that makes me nervous about all these woo woo people, is they make people delusional. But the path of spirituality is the path of self empowerment. When we take away people's power. Like what those woo woo people do, they make people dependent on the dopamine hits that they give them. It's no better than church. It's no better than dogma. It's no better than organized religion. And I don't believe in that. I believe that the path of spirituality is about finding your own power. I believe that the path of spirituality is figuring out how you want to think and honoring that. Take your power back. Think for yourself. Do you really think that you're good going the way that you are? So, anyway, with all that being said, that was a general reading for Aries. Uh, Good luck.